Dazod 500 presents Canadian Elections of History. The 32nd election in Canadian history happened on the 18th of February 1980, but in one electoral district in Frontenac, this election actually took place on the 24th of March due to the death of the Social Credit Party leader Nelson Lassard. Speaking of these party leaders, the incumbent Prime Minister, Joe Clark, of the Progressive Conservative Party, has been leader since the 22nd of February 1976, who decided, I'm going to run in Yellowhead. That's obviously not what he decided, but that's what he was stuck with. The former Prime Minister, Pierre Elliott Trudeau of the Liberal Party, has been leader since the Prime Minister before Trudeau, Lester B. Pearson, resigned on the 6th of April 1968. He's running from Mount Royal. The New Democratic Party is nominating Ed Broadbent, who's been the leader since the 7th of July 1975, whose leader seat is in Oshawa. And that Social Credit Party will be running Fabian Roy, the incumbent Social Credit Party leader since the 30th of March 1979, who's running from Beauce. Clark was understandably under fire because of his perceived inexperience. For example, in its handling of the 1979 election campaign, he was planning on moving the embassy of Canada in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. But obviously that didn't happen. Clark had maintained uneasy relations with the Social Credit Party when he needed the conservative populist Quebec-based party's 6 votes to get the legislation passed. He was unwilling to agree to the conditions they imposed for their support, though. Clark had managed to recruit one Social Credit MP, Richard Janel, to the PC caucus. Clark's Minister of Finance, John Crosbie, introduced an austere government budget in late 1979 that proposed to increase the excise tax on gasoline from 4 cents a liter to reduce the federal government's deficit. The NDP's finance critic, Bob Rae, proposed a subdiment to the budget's motion, stating that the House of Commons did not approve of the budget. Clark and the Progressive Conservatives campaigned on the slogan, "Real change deserves a fair chance." But the voters were not willing to give Clark this quote-unquote fair chance. Did they reflect it in the polls? Well, 69.3% of people voted in this election, 6.4% less than the last one. The winner of this election would get 4,855,425 votes, also known as 44.34% of the popular vote, winning 147, which is good enough to get a majority. This would be former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Joe Clark tanked, losing 33 seats overall in the House of Commons, which is actually the same amount that Trudeau gained. The same amount that NDP leader Ed Broadbent gained was also the same amount that Fabian Roy won, which was 0. And I'll see you guys for the election of 1984.